Hi everyone, I'm Tim Kitzrow, and they're not. You're watching Big Ryan the Fat Guy. Okay, fine, I'll say it. Boom shakalaka. There, you happy?
What's up, all you Urban Meyer fans? Welcome back to Big Ryan the Fat Guy. It's time for the NFL Week 6 picks against the spread. This video was filmed before Sunday Night Football and before the lines officially dropped, so these picks will be based on my own look-ahead lines for Week 6. Let me know in the comment section how off I was on my look-ahead lines so I can make adjustments and improve these lines for you guys next week. And as you can see, guys, it hasn't been good. 34, 40, and 1 against the spread. Almost everybody is beating us. On to the games. Let's start off on Thursday Night Football. We have the Denver Broncos traveling to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. Despite the Broncos' struggles, Russell Wilson has put up very respectable NEA numbers for the season. Through the first 4 games, Wilson's NEA has been even better than Patrick Mahomes. Arrowhead is not an easy place to play, but the Chiefs as 10.4 point favorites is just too high for my liking. I will take the struggling Denver Broncos to cover the 10.4 points. The look-ahead line gives me Broncos plus 10.4. The Sunday early international game has the Ravens and Titans traveling to London. Both teams are coming off of disappointing losses. The Ravens lost outright as minus 208 road favorites against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Titans lost by a touchdown as minus 137 road favorites against the Indianapolis Colts. Focusing on the quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson's NEA has been slightly above average compared to Ryan Tannehill, who has historically had a strong NEA on the Titans, but has struggled this year and finds himself among the bottom feeders of NEA to start the season. Neither team in theory should have home field advantage, so I expect the Ravens to be somewhere in the 3.5 to 4 point range. We'll lay the points and take the Ravens at the projected line of minus 4. Let's move on to Sunday's early games, and we'll start off with the Vikings-Bears. The Vikings travel to Chicago to take on the Bears. The Vikings played the Chiefs close, despite losing outright by 7 and not covering their spread. The Bears, however, on the other hand, played spoilers on Thursday, winning convincingly as plus 219 road dogs in Washington. I have the line for this game almost at a pick'em, with the Bears being very, very slight underdogs. The game is too close to call. I'll flip a coin and take the minuscule 10th of a point with the Bears. Bears plus 0.1 points. Essentially, Bears pick'em. The Colts will travel to Jacksonville to take on the divisional rival Jags. Both teams are coming off strong underdog victories. The Colts as plus 123 home dogs and the Jags as plus 196 dogs in London. The keyword being in London. The Jags are traveling back to Florida after 2 weeks in the UK. The travel will negate some of the Jags' home field advantage. However, the Colts have their own issues with the uncertainty of Anthony Richardson playing after spraining his AC joint in his right throwing shoulder. Gardner Minshew has stepped in and played well in relief of Richardson. Minshew might even move the line in a positive way for some bettors. Coming off the long travel distance at the price of plus 3.2 points, I will take the Colts with the points at plus 3.2. The Seahawks travel east to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. I like the Seahawks coming off of a bye. They get an extra week of rest. They get an extra week of prep. And it can't hurt Geno Smith, who picked up that little nagging injury that took him out a little bit and allowed Drew Lock to come into the game and play. But Geno Smith did come back and finish the game against the Giants. The Bengals, on the other hand, they took care of business as road favorites against the Cardinals. Before the game against the Cardinals, Joe Burrow was third last in NEA among all quarterbacks, behind the likes of Zach Wilson and Mac Jones. But luckily for the Cincinnati Bengals, Burrow had a bounce-back performance against the Cards, throwing for 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception in the win. Despite all that, I'm still not a believer in the Bengals and their ability to protect Joe Burrow. I will take the Seahawks as minus 1.1 road favorites coming off of their bye. Physically, the Panthers travel to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Metaphorically, however, the Panthers and Dolphins find themselves traveling in very opposite directions. Carolina coming off a decisive loss to the rising Detroit Lions. The Dolphins coming off a convincing win over the struggling New York Giants. The Dolphins have an average game point differential of plus 9 points, whereas the Panthers have an average game point differential of minus 11 points. The projected line is Dolphins minus 10.2 for my look-ahead line, but I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up between Miami minus 13 and Miami minus 14. Tua has the top NEA of all quarterbacks, and Bryce Young is just ahead of Daniel Jones for last place. I will lay the points with the Dolphins at minus 10.2. The Saints travel to Houston to take on the CJ Stroud-led Texans. The Saints are coming off a dominant shutout win over the wailing New England Patriots. The Texans are coming off a nail-biting loss over the Atlanta Falcons. Through the first 4 games of the season, CJ Stroud has the 3rd highest NEA of all quarterbacks. That's higher than Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and anyone else not named Tua or Brock Purdy. It has been a very good start for the rookie quarterback, and I'll take my chances with the improving Houston Texans at home, despite the Saints' very, very impressive win over the Pats. I'm on the Texans plus 1.3 at home. The 49ers travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns. The Browns are coming off of a bye, and as I am recording this, the 49ers are playing on Sunday Night Football. This look-ahead line does not take into consideration any injuries or mishaps for the 49ers from this Sunday night game, so take this look-ahead line with a grain of salt. San Fran at this time is the top team in my rankings, so this look-ahead line has them as minus 2.8 road favorites against the Browns at home. I'm going to place emphasis here with my pick on the strong Cleveland Browns coaching staff to make the most of this bye week and take advantage of the mini short week for the 49ers playing on the Sunday night game, as well as having to travel out east. I'll take the Browns on the wrong side of 3 bravely as plus 2.8 home dogs. The Commanders travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. The Commanders are coming off of a disappointing loss to the Bears on primetime. I expect them to bounce back as plus 5.5 road dogs against the Falcons. According to the broadcast, Desmond Ridder has yet to lose a home game at the collegiate and professional level, but 5.5 points is too many for me to lay on this matchup. I'll take the points and the Washington Commanders and Chase Young. Commanders plus 5.5 points. On to the Sunday midday games, and we travel to Las Vegas, where the Pats travel out west to take on the Raiders in Las Vegas. The Pats put on a terrible performance, getting shut out by the Saints at home. This look-ahead line does not factor in the Raiders' performance tomorrow on Monday Night Football against the Packers, as well as any injuries that may occur. So take this look-ahead line with a grain of salt, just like the San Fran Cleveland Browns line. I think there will be an overreaction by the public on the poor performance of the Pats. So therefore, I will take the favorable look-ahead line here of Raiders minus 1.7 point favorites at home. If the Raiders take care of business against the Packers on Monday night, I could see the Raiders opening up as high as 3-point favorites. So I will take the gamble that the Raiders at minus 1.7 is going to be a good price. My pick again, Raiders minus 1.7. The Eagles travel to New York to take on the Jets. This is a bad matchup for the Jets, and their power ranking is a bit skewed thanks to the Aaron Rodgers injury. Zach Wilson is near the bottom of NEA rankings for quarterbacks, and the Eagles are a very good team with very good coaching. So I will hop on the Eagles as look-ahead lines, minus 3.2 point favorites. I believe this line will open up closer to Eagles minus 4. Or Eagles minus 4.5. So I'm just going to get the best of this line and jump on the Eagles at minus 3.2 road favorites. The Arizona Cardinals travel to LA to take on the Rams. The Cardinals are coming off a 14-point loss to the struggling Cincinnati Bengals. The Rams couldn't use the return of Cooper Kupp to propel them past the complete team of the Philadelphia Eagles. In the public's eye, the Cards are going to be stuck in neutral, where I'm sure there will be bettors excited that Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are on the same field together for the Rams. I have the look-ahead line in no man's land at that LA Rams minus 5.1 points. I reluctantly take the Rams as 5.1 point favorites, but I'm interested to see where this line ends up. opening and closing, because it could be anywhere from Rams -4 to Rams -7. In this contest, though, I will take the Rams as 5.1 point favorites. The Lions travel to Tampa to take on the Bucs, who are coming off of a bye. This is a 5-star entertainment game. This should be a really good matchup, with the surging Lions on the road taking on a Bucs team who just had an extra week to prepare for them with their bye. The look-ahead line has the Detroit Lions -1.4, and I will take the Lions at -1.4 to get on the right side of 3. I wouldn't be that surprised, though, if this game opens closer to a pick'em, even though it almost essentially is with this opening line. So this is strictly a contest pick, and I will be curious where the line does actually open, mostly thanks to the Bucs coming off of their bye. But we are on the Lions here at -1.4 for the contest. On to Sunday Night Football, where the Giants travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills, who have home field advantage, but at the expense of traveling home from the United Kingdom. The Giants have looked terrible to start the season. The Bills have played well, and I'm worried this look-ahead line could be way off. I said the Bills looked undervalued last week and was wrong on my opening line prediction. How much of that miscalculation was because of the UK travel, with the Jags presumably staying in London for that extra week? The Bills are also a team that coaches to win by a lot of points regardless of the in-game situations. So at a look-ahead line of Bills -10.4, I will take the Bills and lay the points. If you are gutsy, though, a money line play against the Bills every week would be interesting to track the results for the year. But for the contest, I'm on the Bills at -10.4 points. Monday Night Football, the Cowboys travel to LA to take on Justin Herbert and the Chargers. The Cowboys have yet to play since this video was recorded before the Sunday night game. The Chargers get the extra week of rest in preparation. I have the Chargers as slight dogs on the look-ahead line, but despite being at home after a bye, I will still take the surging Dallas Cowboys as slight favorites on the road. Dallas -1.8 points. All right, guys, on to the lightning round. Denver at Kansas City, Thursday Night Football. We will take the Denver Broncos at +10. The Sunday early international game in London, Baltimore at Tennessee, Baltimore -4. On to the Sunday early games, Minnesota at Chicago. We got the Bears as slight dogs at home. Indy at Jacksonville. We got Indy at that +3 number. Seattle at Cincinnati. We have Seattle as slight 1-point favorites on the road. Carolina at Miami. We have the Miami Dolphins at -10. New Orleans at Houston. We will take Houston as +1 dogs at home. San Fran at Cleveland. This is the brave pick of the week. Cleveland +2.8 points at home, despite San Fran being the top team in our rankings. Washington at Atlanta. Washington +5.5. Then on to the Sunday midday games. We have New England at Las Vegas. Currently, the Raiders we have as -1.7 as our pick. I expect that line to go up if they play well on Monday night. Philly at the New York Jets. We got Philly at -3. Arizona at the LA Rams. We'll take the Rams at home at -5. Detroit at Tampa. We'll take Detroit as slight favorites on the road. And then on to the Sunday night game, New York Giants at Buffalo. We'll take Buffalo at -10 despite them traveling back from the UK. And then the Monday night game is between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. It should be a 5-star entertainment game. As for the pick, we are on Dallas at -1.8. And congratulations to Fat Guy's best friend, who has been on fuego the last 2 weeks. 10-2 this week. Still 2 games to play, so good luck in those last 2 games to see if you can win and continue to lead for week 5. Congrats, Fat Guy's best friend. Let's take a look at the week 5 leaderboard. As we just covered, Fat Guy's best friend is 10-2 against the spread. Cassone, though, back near the top at 9-3 as well with Shiv picks. Congrats, guys. Very, very strong weeks there. 10-2, 9-3 with still 2 games to play, the Sunday night and Monday night game. And then those strong weeks by Fat Guy's best friend has vaulted him to the top of the leaderboard. 46, 28-2. Good for 62.2% on the year. We also have Hodge Boom or Bust, as well as CSK, all above that 60% mark. So congrats, guys. 76 games in. being above that 60% mark is very, very good. Continue that strong play, and good luck, guys.
This is the JS715 Name of the Week. Whoa, kaboom!
The name of the week, the JS715 name of the week, is Fat Guy Saved Us an Hour Going AWOL. Yeah, these videos are a little bit quicker. I run the hurry up offense. Fat Guy is he wants to run the ball once every 40 seconds, which I'm not against. But while he's away, we're gonna go with the hurry up. So Fat Guy, you did save us an hour. You're gonna save us 2 by going AWOL for 2 weeks. Remember, guys, you can compete every week at BigRyanTheFatGuy.com. Don't forget to subscribe to Big Rye and the Fat Guy for weekly NFL picks. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and give us a thumbs up if you're excited for Week 6. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck with your picks in Week 6.